Chat, here we go. We got ourselves another match. 3 games in a single day, but 2 separate streams. And that's because I missed you guys so much. And I finally have the opportunity to stream now, so why not get as many games as we can? I know the YouTube viewers have certainly been missing the actual show matches as opposed to the ranked replays, although the ranked replays have been fun, if you ask me. But the live viewers, they're only here for the show matches, as aZapatos, who is for whatever reason playing with the name M in game today, is going to start up 1-0. And you know the interesting thing is, you guys never would have been able to guess which player was aZapatos if I didn't tell you. So good thing I did. Oh, actually his name just switched, which ruined my joke, but obviously he could play with anything as his name, and you guys would have no trouble picking out which one was him. Fast is the guy who maybe you haven't heard of. If you haven't been watching the stream for a while, and you're a little bit more of a newbie to the squad, which is totally fine. We've got a lot of recent viewers, which I always appreciate, but Fast played a long time ago in different next-gen tournaments as well as various show matches, because he is a youngster that has been around for a long time. I think he played his first show match on stream when he was 12 years old. I think he was top 100 at 12 years old. Since then, he's grown a couple years. I believe he's 14 now. Maybe I should double-check with him before I just announce to the world that that's his age. But he is still not quite RLCS age, but he's been grinding Rocket League this whole time, and he's going to show you just how talented he is. Look at this move. He is absolutely flowing around the map right now. It was completely unnecessary, 360 power sliding into the corner, but somehow didn't lose control of the ball, and now he's just going to get scored on. You know, very impressive movement. It's ultimately going to result in him just letting aZapatos do this fake flick. aZapatos says, of course that was on purpose. Chat says they'll never get over the creativity of the young players. aZapatos with the humongous brain to fake that one. Seems like these two guys are at least friendly as they were chatting in the match before it started. Or sorry, in the party, I should say. aZapatos is certainly favored in this matchup. If you're wondering where Fast is rated, he's rated around 50 in the world right now. He's put up good performances in the past against top players. And in fact, I was looking at his recent show matches on my stream, and he's on like a 3 or 4 game win streak with sweeps over a few different players, one of which was Forky, I remember. Oh my, aZapatos, are you ever coming to the ground? He's getting so many different resets. But Fast doesn't really have to worry about them, not unless he gets a couple more and actually gets close to net. But he also had a few different wins over other kind of top players. I forget who they were now. Kind of up-and-comers. I think maybe a few different players trying to debut on the stream that Fast cleaned up and sent home, packed their bags early. So we'll see if he can get a win over aZapatos. aZapatos has been playing really great 1v1 as of late. So it would be incredibly impressive, quite the resume builder for the young gun if he could take him down in this match today. I should mention that these guys are on opposite sides of the country. They're both in the US, but Fast, I believe, all the way on the East Coast, on somewhere in Maryland, and aZapatos on the West Coast in California, which means the ping difference between them is drastic. Both of them now have power slide cut each other and made each other miss. Fast did it first. aZapatos is going to do it right back to him. Whew. Filthy. 3-2 lead for the shoe. Oh, but as I was saying, there's going to be an advantage here on US East for Fast. This is the equivalent of a EU player coming to play on US East, like an away server. I mean, that is what aZapatos is really doing here. And I'll check it as Fast scores this goal. It's going to be a freebie. So, yeah, wait, what am I creating? Wait, Fast is own goaling. Never mind, aZapatos is scoring. I got a little bit confused. I thought for sure that must have been the goal that Fast was trying to score on, but no. That was his own goal. But either way, 8 ping for Fast, about 70 or so for aZapatos, which is actually pretty good. I feel like he used to have even worse ping on these USC servers. He's going to match aZapatos with this wave dash kickoff. And if Fast has been doing his studying in 1v1, and he knows that the way Lion Blaze broke down aZapatos was with that delay kickoff and really, really punished him so many different times, aZapatos is just going to make a mistake that is slightly unforced. Fast doing a good job stealing out the boost, and aZapatos trying to make something work, cutting in to touch the ball and couldn't get there. And that kind of secondary option was taken because Fast was doing such a good job of keeping speed and stealing that corner. So, gotta give credit to Fast. Chat, might as well get it all out now. Every time we have Fast on stream, everybody gets out all their various jokes about the way he plays Fast. So you might as well either get him out now or start thinking of really good ones, because later in the stream, they better be really solid. aZapatos playing a bit of keep away here on the orange half, and not doing a great job of playing keep away, so Fast will take his opportunity to tie this game. We've got Izzy going too fast. We've got Fast as Frick Boy. Those aren't bad. Certainly we will have a higher standard later into the match. Fast trying to stay near this play. With only a couple pads to work with, and he actually found an opportunity to steal the ball away. And I bet you he wasn't planning on that dunk being that strong. If aZapatos had even touched it a little bit, it would have taken some heat off of it, and he might have been able to follow it up. But slamming that ball all the way off the backboard and then back to midfield is actually not ideal for Fast. Fast might be able to find an angle. What a recovery from aZapatos, who steals it away from him. Can't quite get the long shot. Fastest recovery isn't good enough. Oh, aZapatos, great cut. Smart decision from him not to shoot early. Fast did make a mistake. Actually, it wasn't so much a mistake as it was trying to handle the fact that aZapatos had bumped him. So credit to Fast for actually doing a really good job making even anything out of that at all. But ultimately, aZapatos making the smart play of delaying his shot. And oh no, this is not the way you want this game to end if you're Fast, but somehow, some way, aZapatos does not score on it, and they've combined to launch the shot all the way to aZapatos' back wall. And a demo attempt there from Fast. You'd love to see it. He has been looking for the physical play on the follow-ups after first shots, and it's gotten him an open net before. He is so quick out of his own half. This time just a little bit too wide. We'll camera check to see if aZapatos is chasing him down, and you see aZapatos going for that wave dash he loves to do. Off the bounce, reset from Fast, and it's not going to matter. Even if he had successfully gotten it over the top of aZapatos, there wouldn't have been an angle to score. So 10 seconds left to go. Fast playing a bit of keep away. Wants to start a wall to air dribble. Actually cuts it down to the ground. aZapatos is up and makes a touch on the ball, but Fast still has an opportunity. Wait, where did aZapatos go? I want to see this replay. He must have landed on the back wall and jumped off of it. I don't know how he got back to it so fast. But credit to aZapatos, who will win this game number 1 by a slim margin. Game number 2. Fast and aZapatos to be exact. aZapatos leaving an open net here. He's done this a few times. This time, Fast can't capitalize. Great recovery from aZapatos. aZapatos, nice empty jump to push himself into a better position to make the play. Fast swinging around this corner boost and just going all in. I mean, he planned on attacking from the very beginning, watching it from his perspective. Not once did he dream of faking. Fast. Interesting how he tried to get bumped there, or tried to, put some pressure on aZapatos. We've seen different players try and handle it. I know Yan was basically getting himself bumped into the midfield boost. Fast can get away with that, but what he can't do is land so far on the opposite side of the ball that the bump sends him flying into the blue half. Did I see the Waitin video on the new mechanics? I did. Yeah, I actually provided Waitin with some replays, and there is aZapatos doing the zap dash, the wave land, there's many different names. Please don't kill me for whichever one I use. I will not kill you for which one you choose to use. Nice reset fake. Fast having a bit of a tougher time here. I've seen a lot more players trying to get good at that landing wave dash. It's a really cool new tech. Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is I think a lot of us who see it expect it to be easier with the plank. All these Octane users or Octane hitbox users do copium immediately, saying, well, aZapatos can do it because he plays Sentio. But according to aZapatos, it's easier on Octane. Now, maybe, that's just his personal preference, and in general, players might find it easier to do it on plank. But he is the one doing it most consistently right now. And he does claim that Octane users should have just as easy a time doing it as he is. Oh, Fast. That's clear actually to the back wall. Felt like an own goal opportunity if he wasn't careful, but he was. aZapatos attacking through the air. I think players are really excited to see him work up there. Fast's MO right now has been saves and quick counterattacks, or fast counterattacks. He's just been so good at getting the ball moving back towards the blue half immediately after aZapatos' shot. This time aZapatos getting a bit too creative here at the midfield. Gonna let Fast get a second goal. Fast wave dash kickoff. aZapatos just keeps bumping him around. Look at those dashes from aZapatos to try and get back on this ball. It has kept him relevant in this play, and now he's stolen both corner boosts, and he just refuses to stop wave dashing. Fast going to try and collect this ball and cut it to the other side of the field, as opposed to just saving it right back into his aggressor. But it's not going to matter, man. aZapatos is a maniac on the ball. Always has been, always will be. Finds a way to get his goal. He forces Fast to hit that ball up the sidewall faster than he would have liked to. Preferably, he gets to control it. Maybe play it a bit slower, but with aZapatos chasing him down, he has no other choice. And nice undercut from Fast. What is going on here as he drives him away from the play? And aZapatos ends up getting the dribble nonetheless. Fast. Dangerous play right now. Trying to hang out in aZapatos' corner. Lucky not to get exposed here, and took a risk that aZapatos would not be able to find the angle, and that risk was correct, so now he's got some space ahead of him. And the pre-jump from aZapatos, what was he doing? Trying to get an insane read on Fast setup, and it did not work at all. We'll watch it from his perspective. He thought he had, I mean, what? It feels like he half committed to the pre-jump. Or he was just trying to stop the air dribble, and he had faith that Fast was going to try and air dribble, and his fake pre-jump would be enough. I mean, I don't know what the plan was, but it didn't work out. And now Fast wins the kickoff. Has this reset here. The musty's not enough, and actually he just ended up helping pinch this ball back to his half. aZapatos is going to score it in style, though. He's not just taking a quick long shot. He'll go for the double off the backboard with the ceiling reset. Had to make sure to hold power slide as he connected with the top of the arena there. If not, would have lost all this momentum. Wave dash kickoff lost, but is it ever really lost when you're aZapatos? Half the kickoffs usually do go that way, but he always finds a way to end up in control. This musty is a bit ambitious. The recoveries from aZapatos have been so on point. He has prevented a ton of counterattacks, and it's not like Fast isn't playing it quickly. He's playing it about as quick as he could. It's just aZapatos' recoveries have been too good. Oh, he went for the dirty angle. He wanted to be a hero, and it didn't work out, so missing means another free net. Oh, we didn't get to fully watch it. This time, Fast going to take the midfield boost and possession. Great flick. A nice 180 air roll into the backflip flick. And aZapatos is chasing him down, but he knows it's not likely that aZapatos will actually come to the back wall to contest him, so he can likely chill out, play it a bit slow. Impressive wall dashing from aZapatos, and Fast needs to be so careful in these corners because he has, on multiple occasions now, found himself traveling too deep to where he can no longer protect his net. By following the World Series, only vaguely. I watched the first game. Is there another game on tonight? When I say I watched the first game, I mean I saw the end of the first game. aZapatos, great setup. Fast refuses to challenge, so aZapatos feels like there is no window. He'll just take the ball back to his half, and he'll dive for it. Fast should have an easy tap in. Fast has certainly been the more aggressive player in this matchup. Somehow aZapatos avoided the first one, but Fast just never gave up. Used every bit of boost in the tank to get the demo, so he said, why not go all in and hope that I can connect on the back wall? Well, he was right. He actually might even have a better wave dash kickoff here than aZapatos, but the problem is aZapatos has had the edge every single time in making the right decision on the follow-up. I don't know if it's just because he's had a bit more experience in that position. He's just going to give a free net, though. Fast. Accelerating it with a breezy into the net. aZapatos, he has got to clean up his musties. Not the first time he's been a bit greedy. With 23 seconds left to go. Very important kickoff. aZapatos is going to elect to fake it. And he even turns off ball cam before Fast connects with it. That's how certain he was that he had faked Fast into hitting it into his corner. And very crucial defense here from Fast. By falling into his net, he has left open an opportunity for aZapatos, who is going to continue to just cut back and forth. He couldn't get that ball. Maybe if he had a taller car, Octane Hitbox might touch that one. But the Sentio goes sliding underneath it. So it'll be 0-0 overtime. Wave dash kickoff for both these guys. Did Fast get enough of a bump on aZapatos to get him to miss? He did. Then he actually forced him into helping him with the save. And now Fast going to rush to the other corner. Doesn't get there in time, but actually cut in front of aZapatos. This is a great play from him. Wall dashing to get back into the play, but did he actually take himself out of the play? He did. Oh, aZapatos doing him dirty by popping it on the goal line. Fast overdid it in an attempt to stay in the play with 0 boost. Wall dashed his way all the way out of the play. And aZapatos will win in overtime of game number 2. So a 2-0 lead for aZapatos. Last time these guys played, they went 3-1. So on track to look even better for aZapatos this time around. aZapatos and Fast face off again in game number 3. Fast has lost both games now by 1, I believe. So it hasn't been a poor performance from him. But aZapatos has come away with both games, and that's ultimately what matters. Wave dash cut. Try and catch Fast out of position, but Fast actually does a good job making that save in net. And Fast always has the eyes on the demo. As he chases down that ball, he's not looking at the ball. He's looking at aZapatos behind it, knowing he could take him out of the play. aZapatos' free jumps have been really good, because I feel like Fast has done a good job of getting good setups in the air, and yet still aZapatos covers everything with his pre-jumps. He almost found the angle. Fast. He has so much confidence leaving the net, knowing that there is not a scoreable angle. And aZapatos won't accept it. He says, I'm going to find one. I will find a scoreable angle as you go get corner boosts. But it turns out Fast is right. There was no opening. He's got a 1-0 lead. What is this you hear about his wave dash as well? If you've been watching even for the last minute, you've probably already seen him a few different times throw a ton of different wave dashes in a row. aZapatos is also one of the only other players than Dark who I've seen go for and actually put a solid attempt on with a pogo. Of course, I guess also apparently Jack has hit one where he shoots it with the pogo. aZapatos trying to stay patient here in net. Fast is actually doing a great job of faking. You have got to give credit here to Fast, because we switched to Fast perspective, and he has absolutely no boost. He picks up one pad. There's no way in the world he's ever getting to that ball. But constantly staying jumping makes aZapatos feel like he needs to protect high. When watching from Fast perspective, we know that that is not true. He does not need to panic. Credit to Fast for getting his defender to make a mistake and getting a second goal. But aZapatos, his wave dash kickoffs have been so good. And Fast needs to find a way to avoid these bumps, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, Fast doesn't even really hit the ground before he's getting bumped. So I'm not sure there's much he can do. That's a plan B. I think I've talked about this before. That I probably don't plan on calling it plan B, because to me, plan B is the, like, tell me this. In freestyling, they call it plan B. Is there anybody who shoots with that touch, the plan B touch, or do they always take it up into another dribble? To me, a plan B is when you pop it and then you take it into another sort of dribble. You don't just shoot with it. Or do freestylers often shoot with a plan B touch? I feel like they don't, which to me makes it kind of a different shot. They always control it. Yeah, see, that's my understanding is you're taking a plan B, you're going back to an aerial, you're going to your second plan B aerial basically. Whereas these players are shooting with that touch. It feels like a different thing. aZapatos is going to chase down this huge pinch by Fast, and Fast making sure to steal all the boosts on the map, but then aZapatos just double it to himself. No, off the backboard. And Fast prioritizing stealing this boost, or at least he tried to as soon as he made the save, but aZapatos does a good job of taking it away, and now Fast getting cut by aZapatos in his chase down the other side of the field, but a demo and a goal. Fast has been doing this all match long. You're never safe, and I tell you what, this one seemed at least slightly quick. I know it looks more obvious that it should have been a demo in the replay, but watching it live, felt like he somehow side bumped him and took him off the map. Pogo shot. Yeah, I think Pogo shot works fine. I think people are wanting to make sure I don't have a lack of knowledge in terms of that move that freestylers use. It's not that I don't know about the plan B that freestylers do. I just think that it's a different thing. And if there's tons of examples of freestylers using plan Bs to shoot the ball, like that's their last touch, their final touch is to just shoot it at net with a plan B, then maybe I'll take what I'm saying back, but Fast escaping aZapatos at the midfield, and that's something you're just going to have to do a lot when you're playing aZapatos, because he does not ever leave the play. He wants to stay on the ball, and when he doesn't have boost, he knows he's got his dashes, which means you can never slow him down. aZapatos chipping around Fast, single jumping in case Fast was coming to demo him. And, you know, this is the kind of stuff that you get from being so aggressive all match. This time, Fast did not have any plans to demo aZapatos, and yet still he felt the need to jump in case Fast was coming underneath him. I mean, either that or he was just trying to set up a wave dash, which I think is a bit of a mistake because it's such a hard commit. I want to feel like aZapatos was doing that only because he was expecting a demo. And that was actually a very interesting kickoff from Fast, something I haven't seen before. Spinning into the kickoff at about a 45-degree angle, having to hold power slide so as to not move away from the ball, but then getting a kind of a diagonal side flip into the touch on the ball, which is just something that not really anybody does. Scrub Killer kind of does something like that, but he does it on the diagonals. And it definitely seemed very intentional from Fast, not just a mistaken setup, but what he planned to do from the beginning. And Fast, once again, oh man, he's not going to be able to take it into net, but he does get the demo. He's found himself multiple times having to evade the oncoming aZapatos bump or demo and take it to the other side of the field. This time he's going to threaten the bump. Somehow aZapatos gets the save. All of this doesn't really matter. Credit to Fast, who after he got the demo, took the ball back into his half and knew that he could just waste some time out to get the win. So Quantum Esports, a.k.a. Fast, is going to get their first game win as he looks to try and reverse sweep aZapatos. Game number 4. I mentioned this before. I'm not sure if I mentioned it during the time when it will make the YouTube recording, so I'll mention it now. And that is the last time these guys played was a long time ago, before the first Fear Fest, according to my sheet of matches. And aZapatos was able to get the win 3-1. So he's on track right now to repeat the same result. Or maybe Fast can come back and change his destiny from what happened to him the first time around. aZapatos to get his first goal as he wall dashes and shoots right after coming off the ground. Nothing hits different than YouTube on company time. The company's going to end up taking your YouTube privileges away. Fast has got to figure out this kickoff. I think it would be better for him to delay on occasion. If he thinks aZapatos is going to go wave dash, which I think aZapatos does just about every time. Like I said, Lion Blaze absolutely annihilated that with a pretty deep delay, because it prevents aZapatos from, one, having the ball help push him back down into the ground, which he does try and set up his this is a great 50, wow. Which he does try and set up his kickoffs to do. But also, you just can't wave dash closer to the ball when you stand back and let the ball roll way farther away from the person who's wave dashing. So I think it is the perfect counter, at least the best counter that we know of right now for the wave dash kickoff. And we haven't really seen Fast try it out at all. Happy Halloween, yo, Rye Lacey. Thank you for the 2-1 for 52 months. 52 months. Chat. Rye Lacey is Feer Twitch royalty, as he is one of the 2 people with the longest sub streaks, along with Swarls in charge. Swarls in charge did beat you today, by the way. He subbed earlier today. Oh, Fast. What an angle. I don't think Zapatos thought he needed to defend the net here. Fast goes to steal the boost and says, oh, I think I can find a way to shoot this. He taps a 70-kilometer-per-hour shot on net. Your brother? Yes, he is. You must follow me on Twitter as well. Fast. Oh, he just missed an open net. Oh, no, Fast. If you end up losing this game by 1, and even worse than that, this is actually a really good position for Zapatos. Fast had made the outplay, and he just couldn't finish it off.
It's prime time.
It's prime time. Yo, thank you for the 3 months of Prime. Why problem? If you just happen to be sitting on your Twitch Prime, remember, got to use it right when it comes off cooldown in order to get that maximum value. This must be tilting. I assume you're talking about this sequence for Fast, where he should be up 4-2, and now instead he's down 4-3, which I imagine is at least slightly tilting. Yo, Machine! 2800. Thank you for the Prime Gaming. Yo, and Astro RL28. Thank you for the Prime. Thank you guys for checking that your Primes are available. It is Prime time indeed. Why problem? You were right. Oh my goodness, we got a lock. Fast has no reason to stay in the lock. Luckily, they broke it, so we don't have to talk too much about, you know, the goings-on of Rocket League for 3 straight minutes. Nice save from Fast. Had the wherewithal not to jump, and not jumping is going to get him his open net. If he panics a little bit, jumps there, his recovery to the other half not quite as fast, and Zapatos might have a chance to get back. And look at that. I mean, people hate me for saying Zap Dash. I have no problem calling it Zap Dash. Wave Land, whatever you want to call it, as he tries to recover back to net. Yo, Beatlemania 2. They were the Prime as well. Nice demo. Fast. Can he get a goal off this? He does. Zapatos creeping out to midfield. Wanted to put pressure on Fast after the respawn. Lots of ones players do like to close that distance as opposed to setting up a shadow in net, but Fast has done one thing. He's followed his name's moniker, which is just rush the ball to the net as soon as possible, and everything will work out in the end. You like Zap Dash? Yeah, at the very least, I'm fine with calling it a Zap Dash when Zapatos does it.
All primers spam alien PLS.
Yo, Bacchus. Thank you for the 13 months Prime. Much appreciated, homie. Fast is just farming these wave dash kickoffs. Zapatos, the king of the wave dash. This time not able to clip Fast like he's done so many times. So Fast must have started making some adjustments. And one of those adjustments is to just match him with the wave dash, because Fast has been going standard kickoff a lot. Seems like he has given up on that and has recognized that at the very least he needs to be wave dashing alongside Zapatos, who's now going to go for a full field dribble. The Musty is so strong! Fast cannot stop it. Zapatos and his Sentio really know how to get this ball moving with this flick. 150 km/h. I think Fast gave it a good acceleration to give it that kind of speed, but still, you get an idea for just how fast Zapatos hits that ball. 7-5. Fast has a lead, but you never know for how long against a player as talented as aZapatos. Like another zap dash to try and get back, but it's not going to matter. The margins for these wave dashes are very small. I mean, while it helps him move quicker, no doubt. And I actually just watched that. I was about to say that it doesn't help him move that much quicker, but I think he would have been nowhere close without it. So maybe I take back what I was about to say. Zap dashes are the truth. Wave lands, land dash, whatever it is you want to call it. You need to start working on it. Otherwise, aZapatos is just going to have an edge on you. Look at this flick. Fast. Up 3. Playing a bit safer with his shadow position. Doesn't want to turn and try and challenge. Tries to just react to a flick that's far too strong. Yo, MD Suitor, thank you for the prime. Much appreciated, my man. Lots of brand new primes today. And all because of Why Problem, who said it was prime time. Yo, Andres, CD1, thank you for the 100 bits. aZapatos is going to get another goal here. He's working his way back. He does not want this to go to game 5. RL Bat, thank you for the prime as well. Hype train indeed. In fact, level 2. I never really know what those things do, but you guys can keep pumping it up with those primes. I don't mind. aZapatos feels like momentum is a bit in his favor. For the past few minutes, Fast has converted from being aggressive to try and stop the bleeding, which is always dangerous in 1v1s. Fast, once again, not thinking about the ball touch. You watch him as he drives through that. He was 100% focused on demoing aZapatos. He knew he wasn't going to get the ball. He just wanted to see if he could connect with aZapatos on the other side, and there's a good chance he did it again. I think as he comes down to the ball, he's thinking a little bit about it, but he knows as long as he slams right into aZapatos that things will probably work out. And he demos him and flicks over the top of him. aZapatos save high and fast. He just scored on his own net. Big mistake here. In the final moments of the game, he has aZapatos on the ropes. And just a missed mechanical play. I mean, no question that Fast should shoot that. He absolutely should. Just can't be missing it as much as he did there. Yo, Why Problem? Thank you for the gifted sub. It's not over for Fast. He needs to shake it off. Keep himself in this match. With another goal here late, but aZapatos has the boost advantage and the ball as he tries to flip this towards net. Fastest get the save, but he's forced into his own net. Actually recovers before aZapatos gets there, but aZapatos, the demo, the flick, the zap dash, and the goal. Looking like it's going to be the same result potentially that these guys had last time with a aZapatos 3-1 win. And you got to feel for Fast, who was playing such a good game up until these final moments. It all came down to that one free shot he had. He sent flying off the backboard, which was essentially an own goal. Both these guys are going to wave dash for the kickoff. Fast actually missed the midfield boost, which I think is everything. He had a chance to come back in this one if he grabbed it, but he missed it. And I can't imagine a world where he catches this. Wait a second. aZapatos bumps him. He actually still is underneath this. He's going to bop it high. Does he have a chance to shoot it? He does! He scores it! Fast! He does it at 0 seconds. I had completely counted him out. But boy, did he prove me wrong. Thank goodness he didn't give up on the play. Because he is going to send this game number 4 into overtime. He needs another solid kickoff here. If he wants to send it to game 5, it's going to be a fake kickoff from aZapatos. Fast does read it, bumps him and scores! It'll be game 5! I can't believe it. This match was over. Fast let it slip through his hands, but he pulls it right back out with a 10-9 win in game number 4. And now we've got one more game of aZapatos versus Fast. Game number 5. aZapatos and Fast have given us an entertaining one so far. I imagine Fast has rallied a few people to his cause after what was an epic game number 4 win. aZapatos doesn't want to go down without a fight. This time, he will give up a first goal. Paid actors just doing their job, yeah. Hope you guys like the script that we came up with for today's stream. Fast definitely going to take an early shot here because he has this boost advantage. Probably feels good about his ability to get this over the top of the recovering Zapatos. And he was exactly right. Great power shot. Zapatos. Wall to air dribble. Not so much of a dribble as he just launches the ball away from him and then lets it fall into the crossbar, back down and in. Oh, the benefits of being as mechanically talented as Zapatos. I'm telling you right now, you go into your ranked games and you try the shot that Zapatos just did, and that defender has no faith in you, just eats the ball up right as it comes to the ground. But, of course, Fast knows better. Knows what Zapatos is capable of. Both these guys actually not able to hit their wave dashes off the wave dash kickoff. The ball slams into the corner. Fast, another demo. He knows how to prioritize taking a defender out of the game. One of the things about Zapatos' dashes is that they are a bit committal in their direction. I mean, the soft single jump into the wave dash does commit you to a certain line for a decent amount of time. I don't know if Fast has really been connecting too much on those, but might be something Fast is aware of in terms of hunting for demos. This time Zapatos just flicks the ball with a good amount of power that Fast never really stood a chance at stopping. Fast, another kickoff goal. He has not been dominated on these kickoffs, only when he's gone standard. Did he go wave dash again? Yeah, he did. His wave dashes have been good. He gets eaten up if he goes standard kickoff, so I think he's recognized that he shouldn't do that anymore. I still wouldn't hate either one of these guys going for the delay, because now that Fast is going wave dash every single time, I mean, Zapatos can do the same thing. He could delay to counter the wave dash. And if it weren't for the fact that I saw evidence of this being so successful in Turf Wars, I probably wouldn't bring it up as much. But I watched the champion of Turf Wars do it time and time again as a counter to these players, and it worked well. Wait, only 2 people voted on Fast winning 3-2? We did play this whole thing on US East. Let's point that out. Zapatos never mentioned that he wanted to switch to US West, but it is important to keep in mind, I'm going to show it again, Zapatos on 76 ping and Fast on 8. Now, I'm sure that Zapatos has to queue US East all the time for ranked and for 2s, and, you know, kind of like the Middle Eastern players that play on EU all the time. I guarantee Zapatos has to play a ton of US East ranked. Whereas I imagine Fast never plays US West ranked. And the reason why I point that out is Zapatos is going to be a bit more used to the 70 ping than Fast would be if we were to swap servers. But still important to note that there is that edge in favor of Fast. 76 is normal? Yeah, no, I agree. Listen, you talk to the players, and the high-level players, I think, can tell a big difference on the 76 ping. Me, at my Grand Champ 1 ranked gameplay, 76 might as well be 0. You know, 76 all the way to 8, and especially since I'm a US West player myself, so I have to play on US East a lot. You know, that doesn't really make a difference to me, but I think when you're as good as these guys are, that ping does become a bit more noticeable. Zapatos just dropped this ball actually in a perfectly awkward spot for Fast. You could see he actually got a ton of separation on himself and the ball, which is usually a mistake, but he dropped it perfectly parallel with Fast, so he couldn't turn forward or backward to get a touch, and he just had to sit and watch it, and then Zapatos is able to catch back up to it. But if he pushes it any more forward or back, I feel like Fast can either reverse or drive forward to intercept it, but he actually had a perfect placed bounce. Zap would say something if it was bad. No, that's true. I mean, Zapatos did mention he would tell us if he's having too much trouble. But let's not focus on the ping because it has been great gameplay from Fast. I'm not trying to take away his win. I don't care who you are. You cannot just beat Zapatos just because he's on 70 ping. Tons of players have tried. Fast. Long shot. Zapatos is going to cut this to the corner. Fast is not going to give him the breathing room. In fact, neither one of these players are big fans of giving their opponent any breathing room. And aZapatos going to punish this time. As Fast shadowing on this side wall, looking to steal the boost. And I think he does not need to be thinking about driving up to challenge that sidewall. Pointing your car completely at the sidewall while aZapatos is on the ground still with control of the ball. I mean, that's obviously a death wish, as proven by aZapatos' quick shot. But the only time you ever want to be driving up the wall is if you're 100% sure that person is committed to an air dribble. The thing is, Fast has been crushing these kickoffs. Was that another wave dash kickoff? I have to imagine it was. I was a bit caught up talking about the previous point, but oh man, aZapatos, that's a mistake. That should not have been a goal for Fast. aZapatos holding the reverse camera as he drives away. He did not think Fast was going to come back, or he also thought he was going to touch that softer than he did. Either way, he's got a bit of a hill to climb here with 3 goals down. Minute 45, he's going to go steal the back corner boost, so Fast takes a quick trip to the midfield to make sure he gets his 100, and he makes it back in time. These recoveries from Fast have been probably his most shining, achievement here in these games, because he has been able to make it back to a ton of these saves that I would not expect even some of these top players to do. aZapatos did all the work to get himself the goal here. You're off to bed in 90 seconds. Hopefully you're talking about 90 in-game seconds. This one too good to not watch to the end. Fast loses the kickoff. You see the quick camera check to find out what aZapatos is going to do. This is where Fast feels most comfortable, when he gets that ball speed up. He gets to just fly around the map. This was a bit of a weak shot, though. aZapatos going to cut and catch it directly into a carry. His flicks have been so good. Look at the heat on this one. Fast can't stop it. Fast was positioned well. I mean, he was deep on the shadow. Oh, actually, he approached a little bit, but I still felt like he had the angle to get the save. Oh, actually, he own goaled it. He own goaled it. He own goaled it. Never mind. I was like, man, how did he find that small window? And the way he did is he set up Fast to own goal it. Minute in. Seems to be a great scoring opportunity here for aZapatos. I love the mix-up. He has really done a great job of that. There was an opportunity to shoot this far post. Fast knows that, so he has to rush onto the back wall. And notice that he gets Fast to completely stop. He has to hit the brakes, comes to a full-on stop, and then rolls slowly off the side wall. Makes it nearly impossible to make the right play on the save. Oh, these guys not willing to rule one all the way to the end of overtime. Could have been a spicy way to end the show match. Fast maybe seemed willing. I don't know. He got his wheels pulled up off his car. But it will be a 9-8 lead for aZapatos. What is going on with Fast kickoff? It actually works out. It's the delay I've been talking about. I don't think he meant to do it, though. But if he did, credit to him, because he does delay and get control of this ball. He actually uses the reset, which I thought was a big mistake. But aZapatos had early challenge, which meant using the reset that early was actually the perfect recipe to keep the ball away from aZapatos. He's got a boosted advantage now. This backflip sets him up for a great scoring opportunity. He's going to take it over the top of aZapatos. The bump forces its way in. I didn't know if he had the window to score, even with this bump. He's so close to the net already. But he does prevent aZapatos from getting a touch, slamming him into the post, and tying up the game with 19 seconds left to go. What kind of kickoffs will we see from both these guys? Fake from aZapatos. He has been faking the diagonals on a good amount of occasions. And now he's going to try and gain control. Fast staying close. Recognizes he has to take the ball in front of the net. Thought maybe he could catch him off guard, and he does catch him off guard here. aZapatos bounces the ball too high, the demo. So he's got a full field of space. Certainly Fast will have recovered and grab boost by the time he shoots, but the flick is dead center, and Fast sends it to the ground. Overtime, another diagonal kickoff to decide the series. Wave dash for aZapatos. Too high of a bounce to get an immediate shot. Fast going to recover late. They will get a reset on this first touch, and a bit of a panic flip. aZapatos doesn't gain control of the ball quickly. Fast has to send this one to the side wall. Both these guys going to reset on boost. aZapatos does not want to take a wall to air dribble to end the match. Instead, he takes it to the ground. Soft flick is easily sent away from Fast. Will aZapatos regret not taking that wall to air dribble? I think he might now. as Fast wins the series. Zapatos is so good in the air, but he didn't want to do it. Instead, he took down to a very weak dribble and a soft flick that Fast was able to save. And the counterattack, that is what Fast has been doing all series long. He is going to conquer the demons of the match of Zapatos a long time ago. Instead of losing 3-1, he's able to take it 3-2.